Welcome back to the channel, everyone. We are going over a thrift haul, obviously. If you're new here, welcome to the internet. I'm just kidding, kinda. My name is Brad. I've been reselling clothing on eBay since 2016. I'm a former school teacher, and today we're gonna go over all the items I found last week to resell online for a profit. I sell on eBay primarily, Poshmark and Mercari. I use Autoposher to cross-list and my automation tool. If you want to know more about Autoposher, I have a video on YouTube. You can watch all about it. But let's get into this. I've actually already separated everything into different categories. So we have shorts, women's and men's. We have blazers because people always ask me, what blazers do I pick up? Actually, people ask me all the time, what polos, what shorts, what jeans, what blazers, what coats. That's what we're going to dig into today. These are the items I picked up, how much I paid for each item, how much I think I'll get for each item. Also some shoes and jackets. Let's dig right in to the boring stuff for a lot of people, right? You don't want to start off with a boring video, but I'm going to. We're going to talk about blazers. The reason I do like blazers is because the return on the investment. They're $7.99 where I live, $9.99 for a suit. I didn't get any suits this week, just blazers. And they typically sell for $50 or more for me. The return is really good. I just hate taking pictures and listing them. It takes a lot of time. Let's go over these three. I got all three of them at the same place. This one being the most plain. It's a Brooks Brothers Fitzgerald blazer, and it's a size 46L. The bigger, the better, I feel like, with blazers. So 46, 48, 50, all of those do really well, especially if they're L. That means long, R regular, S short. This is just a wool blazer. This guy will probably sell for around $45. Not that big a deal, but these were with it. All of them Brooks Brothers. This one has a Retta, I don't know, you pronounce it, but that's the name of the fabric that Brooks Brothers used to make this blazer. And this would be called a deconstructed blazer. So it's not fully lined, it's just partially lined. And over here, I think it is wool. It's 100% wool, 44R. But it does have that nice fabric in it with the Retta fabric, and it's just that good color blue. Another $50 bill. This one was the most unique Brooks Brothers blazer. It has the leather buttons, which are definitely a pro, especially coming fall. By the way, if you're watching these haul videos, you definitely want to look at when they were recorded because things change all the time. These blazers might not be worth the pickup next year, but right now, 2024 in the fall, for sure they're worth the pickup. Well, this is going to be a $60, $70 seller come fall. This is a brand that I used to pick up more often. I just don't pick it up as much anymore. It's called Tumi Tech. Now, I love Tumi luggage, and Tumi started making luggage, and then they started making accessories and clothing and all that other stuff. This is a men's jacket. Most of the time, I find Tumi Tech men's jackets. These used to sell for $60, $70, $80, $90, $100. This was $10 at a mom and pop thrift store. I'm expecting to get probably 40 out of this. It's just like a wind/rain resistant jacket. I'm not going to pass it up for 10 bucks. Here's a jacket by Peter Millar. It's water. It reminds me of Captain Planet. It's called the Elements. It's like water and rain. And if you were born in the 80s, you know what I'm talking about. But it's $6. Can't pass up a Peter Millar jacket for $6. I really don't care what the jacket is. I haven't sold one of these in a really long time, one of these Element jackets. My guess is this will probably sell around, I don't know, $40. Begin $5.99 into $40, really good. By the way, buyer pays shipping for everything. And Mercari, as you know, if you sell on there now, there are no fees for sellers. eBay there are, Poshmark there are, but I expect to get about $40 out of that. Patagonia, this is just a Patagonia 2XL half zip. It goes halfway down the shirt, so half zip, $5. I know people are going to be like, they don't have those at my thrift store. Listen, I don't find this stuff that often. I just hit the new racks when they come out. By the way, I do have a new dog. So here she is right here. This is Willow. Say hi, Willow. Hi. Hi, I know. You're on camera and you're going to be famous. So let's look at the camera. Yeah, there you go. Okay. I just took her on a walk and she doesn't shed. So when my wife decided to get a dog, or we decided to get a dog as a family, I should say, we wanted one that did not shed, strictly for this business. I don't want dog hair on any of my stuff. All right, next item. This is a retail arbitrage outer known. This brand has fallen off a little bit. I think it's Kelly Slater, the Surfers brand. They're really known for their thick and heavy flannels. This was $8 though. It's just a fleece, is it a quarter zip fleece? Whatever. Got it at Marshall's for $8. I couldn't pass it up for $8. Even if it sells for $23, I'm fine with that. I'm going to try to price it around 35, something like that, but definitely can't pass it up. Also, I'll just probably pack this up in like a poly mailer. All these really lightweight sweatshirts and stuff like that that are going to start selling here in the fall, I always pack up in a poly mailer, like a thicker, bigger poly mailer. On to the next item, something that most people don't pick up and I talk about all the time because I sell them all the time. $7.99 for another blazer. This is a Ralph Lauren green label blazer. Don't go out there saying Brad or Surf's Up said get all those Ralph Lauren blazers. I did not say that. I'm trying to help you know which ones to pick up. And I've talked about the other ones in the past during my live packing or my live hauls, whatever. This is a gold button. This one actually is wool and like a polyester blend. It's one of the traveler jackets. These are worth a little bit more than 40. These sell for around $50 to $60. Again, love picking these up. They're definitely a sleeper. If you don't mind taking the pictures and listing them, I'd say pick them up. Travis Matthews just kind of come off a little bit, but I'm not going to pass this jacket up for what, $5.99? $5.99, just a really lightweight Travis Matthews jacket. Not much to talk about with this. Blue is always a great color for golfing and sports apparel. Blue is always just a really good color. I'm just saying that because it's my favorite color. This is a women's Eddie Bauer jacket. I know Eddie Bauer, brand say I don't normally pick it up, and I don't. But these I always do pick up. This is an Eddie Bauer faux fur hooded long, or I would say a recess jacket. My wife's a teacher as well. And what you'd see are the teachers during the winter. If you're a teacher, let me know. During the winter, they'd go out on the playground and they would just huddle up like an Eskimo. These would go down to their knees and be warm as they can be. This was actually $15. I paid up for it, but these sell for around $60 to $70 in the winter, especially in black. Easy money. Let me show you the category I like better than all these clothing. Shoes. I like selling shoes. I know a lot of people don't like it. I like it. The return on investment is so good. The problem is where I live, Goodwill either puts their shoes on shopgoodwill.com for the most part, or they put out the really, really bad ones that looks like my dog chewed them and they price them at like $50. But every once in a while, you'll come across some decent shoes. These are Brooks shoes for $10. It blows my mind that people buy shoes that are running shoes, and you know people are stinky and sweating feet, and you know the whole deal in them, but people buy them. These happen to be like brand new. I don't think they've been worn. The whites on the bottom are perfect condition. There's not one scuff. It's got nubs on nubs, so the little itty bitty nubs on the big nubs. It even has those like little tire treads. Anyways, $10. These will probably sell for around $45 for those Brooks. This is a pair of shoes that is top secret. I don't tell a lot of people about these shoes, but now the secret's out. These are a little shoe called Alden. You probably can't see it in there, but Alden is a really, really good shoe brand. These were $10. Check this out. They put them out there because of this probably. Look how beat up these shoes are. They are beat up, but it's no big deal. Don't let these soles get you down. Don't let these soles get you down. Because you can take them to a shoe cobbler and have them fixed for $20, $30. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to price these a little bit cheaper and let the buyer do it. But they know what they're buying. These are Alden shoes. They were $10. Fun fact, yesterday I went back to the same thrift store and they had these exact shoes in brown. So if you see something good, obviously, I think a lot of you know this, at a thrift store, go back the next day. You might find something similar to it. I found the exact same pair in brown. And no, I'm not going to list them together as a lot. Here are some Cole Haan shoes. Anytime I find these winged shoes, I pick them up, especially if they're a mesh or a suede or a leather. I pick these up and they have to be in good condition. These were $9, really good condition. You can see on the bottom, they're not really worn out where your heel would be. Again, these sell for around $35, $40 for me. And the last pair of shoes I picked up were a pair of Allen Edmonds. I know, very plain, basic pair of Oxfords. I mean, this pair of shoes looks like it could have been worn in the turn of the century. Well, I guess in 1900, because we've had two turn of the centuries, but in the year 1900, or they look like they could be worn today. Just a very, very basic black shoe. Will always sell, especially in a decent brand. These were $9 again. The soles aren't in great condition, but actually it looks like a shoe cobbler did fix the heel on these. But yeah, these will still sell. Not for crazy money. Allen Edmonds come off a little bit for me. Pre-pandemic, they used to sell for a ton of money. Now I'm a little bit more picky. And here are all the shorts and dresses I got. Not many out there. Why? My guess is because it's the time of year where everyone is buying and selling those items. You know me, I'm buying these and hoarding them until the spring and summer, so I will have a whole bunch to list. Here in the middle of August, I'm actually gonna put all these in a bin and start putting them in my storage unit, and I'm gonna pull out all my flannels and jeans and jackets. I have hundreds of them, and I'm gonna start deploying them out on the internet, and my sales are gonna go boo. A lot of you know that's how I roll. These are Peter Millar shorts, nothing new to you. I just wanna say I really don't like picking up the cotton ones anymore. These are the performance base. These sell for around $30 for me. They're $4 where I am from. All shorts are $4. Here's a pair of Lululemon shorts that were $4. You guys are like, oh, I wish I found Lululemon. Listen, Lululemon, even though I wear it and I'm waiting for them to sponsor me, it's not all that anymore. Lulu, just pretend, I still wear it and it's my favorite, but it doesn't bring all that much money because they've been making clothes for so long now. There's a lot out there. The market's flooded. These were $4. These would have sold for around $40 maybe 4 years ago. Lots of fours. But now they will sell for around $23. Those are my size, so I might keep them. If you're not keeping some of your thrifted items, you need to go to a different channel because here, save money is made money. This is a pair of Viore shorts. These were $4 as well. Much better than Lululemon for the resale value. I don't even know how much these sell for because they don't find them very often, which means they sell for more money. If you find an item often, the market's probably going to be flooded on eBay or Mercari or Poshmark, wherever you sell. But these you don't find very often. So I'm guessing around $35 for those. You already know these brands. I got 2 of them at the same store. With the women's section, I'm not going to go through all the dresses and all the blouses and the tops and the tunics and all. I don't even know. But these are women's shorts. Lilly Pulitzer obviously sticks out like a sore thumb. These are size medium. I don't even know how much these sell for, $4. I just know Lilly Pulitzer. I pick them up. And this one was a Lilly Pulitzer dress. And look, there's a little bit of pink in there. But yeah, Lilly Pulitzer dress, a size medium. I think this is just polyester. A lot of times I'll find like linen or silk. Our dresses are $7.99. So I do have to be a little bit careful when I pick up dresses. I don't want to overspend. Let's get into the pants. Brad, Surfs, what pants do I pick up? These are the pants I pick up. Let me show you. Women's Lululemon studio pants. Really, really good pair of Lululemon to pick up. Better than leggings, I think, are these studio pants. They always do well for me. They're long. They usually have a little drawstring at the bottom, and they're kind of baggy. These were $5. They always sell well for me. I'm guessing around $30, $34, something like that. These are a pair of women's Viore. How about this? Lululemon and Viore. We just got it all over the place. But Lululemon, Viore, these are Viore women's just joggers, just like cotton feeling joggers. Never found these before. I didn't even look up comps. I just know for $5 Viore, I'm going to pick it up every time. These are a little different. I haven't found these very often. I've only found them a couple times. They are Levi's orange tab. People ask me what Levi's pick up. These are the Levi's I pick up. Some orange tab, anything made in the USA, silver tab, 560s. But these say 550 student on them. So 550 student. I don't know if you can see it. Just trust me, that's what it says. 550 student, size 30, 32. But these always do pretty well. Jeans are $7.99 where I live. Pretty good length being a 32. With jeans, I do, especially if they're vintage, I do measure the inseam and the waist. Put those in my pictures and in the description and the listing just because they tend to shrink over time. I found a couple pair of AG jeans. I do not pick up AG women's jeans. People asked me on my live yesterday, do I pick those up? No, I don't pick those up anymore. Back when I first started reselling, yes, AG women's jeans were a great seller. For me, no, not anymore. These are AG. Let me show you the tag. AG, a lot of you already know that tag. These are the Graduate. So I pick up any men's AG jeans except one model. And again, these are $7.99 for me. So if they were cheaper, maybe I would pick up that model. That model being the Protege. Say it with me, the Protege. Those are what I don't pick up anymore, the Protege. But I do pick up the Graduate. And here's another pair of the Graduate. Some of the other ones off the top of my head are the Tellus, the Graduate, obviously, the Ives, and there's one more, and I forget it. But I don't pick up the Protege. Next brand I picked up is a new brand to me. It's called Ever, Ever, and it's got a little leaf logo. The reason I picked these up are because they were super duper thick. They had like a little rivet here. You know when you just find a pair of pants or shirt or any type of clothing that just seems quality? These were them. It's called, and I looked it up, Ever Brand Company, I think is what it's called. These were $5. I believe these will probably sell for around $30. It wasn't crazy money, but it was good enough money to pick them up for $5. This was a good little find. These are a pair of, I'm going to list these as new without tags. I'll tell you why in a second. $5. Purolino Brioni. Bianco Brioni is what they say, but the Brioni is in the script of Brioni. So when I looked these up, I did find some like them. These are pure linen, obviously Purolino pants. But I'm going to list these new without tags because check this out. They are unhemmed. So these have a raw hem at the bottom. They probably measure to be like a 38 length. So no one has ever worn these. They just picked them up, maybe took the new with tags off of them. But yeah, I'll list these new without tags. I don't know how much yet, but linen pants, especially by a good brand like Brioni, probably around $100. These I found with them. These are sold at Nordstrom's, really high-end brand. The resale value is meh. It just depends on the fabric, but these are in Kotex. In Kotex, I get these sometimes. I pass them up sometimes. It just depends. Let's see. These are made out of silk and linen. That's why I picked these up. So on the inside tag, there's silk and linen. Again, that's why I picked these up. They are cuffed at the bottom, which is a little bit old style, but maybe it's coming back in. I don't know. I'm guessing these will, again, probably sell for around $40, something around that range. I picked both of these up. Fun story, there were actually a couple shirts with these, same brand, and I did not pick up the shirts. These are like the snap convertible, so they're not the zip, but they snap up convertible. I'm just undoing them right now. But I did not buy the shirts because the shirts tend to just sit for me. The pants do better. And jackets, the brand is, you got to get your nut, Mountain Hardwear. Mountain Hardwear, get your nut. Size 32-32, welcome to the channel. 32-32 Mountain Hardwear pants. These were $5 a piece. These should sell for around $22 to $25 each. Same pair, which is great because I can look up a comp for one and list one and then list similar of mine and just change the color. But yeah, I think they're the same pair. I don't know. If not, whatever. They're Mountain Hardwear men's pants. $5 a piece. Really good pickup. Another pair of that Graduate. Again, same type of thing. I'll be able to list one and then I'll be able to just list similar and list the rest of them like in 30 seconds. The pictures will obviously take me a little bit longer, but that's how it'll go. These were $8. Word to the wise. For some reason, AG jeans a lot of times are hemmed up really high. You'll get them home and you'll see like, ooh, it's a 36, and then you'll measure the inseam. It's like a 36 by 26. You'll be like, oh gosh. Yeah, 36 by 26, good luck getting like $8 out of those. This was a good find. This is going to sell based on style. The brand isn't that great. I did comp out the brand, of course, but they look like Jinkos. If I go like this, don't they look like Jinkos? If I do that really quick, I know, right? They look like Jinkos. They are called Heads Up. Heads Up jeans. They're like skater jeans, you know, the really wide leg, $7.99. Definitely Y2K or like late 2000s, something like that. Anyways, I was excited to find these. I thought they were Jinkos. I thought I hit the jackpot. But still, for $8, my guess is they should sell around 40 or 50 or 60. I really don't know. We'll just have to do some price discovery with those. This is a new brand to me. Never found this brand before. It's called Audrey. The brand's called, no, I'm just kidding. It's not called Audrey. It's called Kimes Ranch, Kimes. I don't know. Kimes Ranch. I was at a Goodwill, a small Goodwill, on my way back from a place in Indiana, like way out in the country. And I went to a country Goodwill, and they had these Kimes pants. And I knew this. Shout out Spencer out west. She's over on a different platform. But she always wore a hat. And again, I've been doing this a long time. I watch these all the time, and I watch lives all the time. She was wearing a hat like this. So I knew there's probably something special with it because she's from Texas. I looked them up. they sell for really good money. So new brand to me. There's a couple of them here today. This one being a women's, $7.99 for this. I found one pair. This one's a Chloe, and this one is something else. And what I also found out is that they were pretty long. They're size 30 or size 6 by 36. So I think the length is a 36, I think. I'm not sure. I'll have to double check that. But anyways, good pair of jeans to look out for. Kimes, Kimes. A lot of you are probably like, duh, I already know that. But dudes out there, Kimes, be on the lookout for them. These are a pair of 511. Ooh, another retail arbitrage yellow tag event. $13. These slipped by. I listed all my yellow tag event stuff really, really quickly. I guess maybe I put some of this winter stuff to the side, but I listed all the polos. Almost all of them have sold. But these are 511 men's jeans. Anytime I find Levi's jeans for around that price, new with tags, I'll pick them up or less. Pick them up, usually sell for around $30, $32. Let's do a little show and tell. Let me show you what I found for myself. This is not something I've picked up before, but I picked it up. I like wearing shirts at night, right? Around the house, got the kids, loungewear after you take a shower. It's not TMI. I'm just telling you, it's better than not wearing a shirt and no pants. All right. So these were $2.99 a piece, medium. Looks like it'll fit me real good. Just a nice Duluth Trading Company shirt. $22.50 MSRP. I don't know what the resale value is, but like I said, save money is made money, so I thrift for myself too. Let's get on over to shirts. Ralph Lauren, you know my deal with these. If you're new to the channel, about a year and a half ago, I implemented picking up Ralph Lauren items or any item that will take me about less than a minute to take photos and 30 seconds to list. Items that I can find all the time. Polo Ralph Lauren being one of them. So this is just a Polo Ralph Lauren button Blake shirt. Short sleeves always sell quicker for me. And this gingham check with the orange. I just sold one recently for around $22. So this would be good. $5 into around $22. Now, this does have a dry clean tag. That doesn't always mean it's in good condition. It's dry clean and everything's great and grand and lovely and all that sort of thing. Sometimes it means there's a stain that they couldn't get out and the person donated it. So always double check. Whenever I find a dry clean tag, I always look over that item pretty well because I have found that to be the case. This was unique to me. This is a Polo Ralph Lauren. I don't really pick these up very often. Polo Ralph Lauren with the collars and the shirts like this, a little quarter button. But I never really found one blue like this with the vertical pinstripes. So it has that vertical pinstripes. Almost reminds me of a Cubs baseball jersey for some reason, probably because I'm not far from there. For $5, I thought this was really cool. It's actually my size. I might just keep that. I don't know. I might just keep that. I'm thinking I'm going to start wearing Ralph Lauren more often. Double RL, all that sort of stuff. I mean, I talk about it all the time, right? Extra large, another gingham check. Don't really need to go over this one. Gingham check usually sell for around $22 for me. Here is an Untuck It. Now, this one is a cotton, polyester, nylon. This has every type of fabric in it. Untuck It shirt. These have gone down for me. These used to sell. These used to be the item you'd find like a rollback once every couple months if you're lucky, and they would sell overnight. When these first came out, that was probably 2016 or 17. Look it up when this brand came out on the market. I bet it's about that time. Now I list these for around $18, and I'm happy when they sell for that. More Polo Ralph Lauren 5XB. You already know the bigger, the better. And this was $4.99. Obviously going to do okay with that. Willow's been so good, by the way. Hasn't she been good? She's sitting right here. Being only 10 weeks old, she's a good dog. Johnny O, all over print. You already know I'm going to pick that up. All over print Johnny O. This will sell for around $22, $23. Bought it for $5 at a mom and pop thrift store. Same mom and pop thrift store for $6.99. I found Purple Label, baby. Now listen, I know I said I'm going to wear Ralph Lauren more often, double RL stuff, but for dress clothing, I'll just stick to J. Crew and stuff like that. Purple Label, I'm definitely selling. This shirt will probably sell for around $60, maybe more. Again, blue's a popular color. It's in really good condition. I just love Polo Ralph Lauren. If that was just a blue Ralph Lauren shirt, you already know it'd sell for like $18. Purple Label, talking 60. I got a few more Polo Ralph Lauren shirts. XLT, don't need to talk about it. Bigger the better. This one was unique because it has the floral print all over it. Again, floral will add a few bucks onto that, so it'll probably be like a $25, $26 item. These are good. Again, short sleeve, really bright, vibrant Polo Ralph Lauren shirts. Short sleeves will always usually sell over $20 for me. Another gingham check with the blue and the colorful pony. These sell well for me. I know you're tired to hear about Polo Ralph Lauren, so I will just go ahead and skip this one because it's another Polo Ralph Lauren. Women's Lululemon. I don't know what women's Lululemon sells really well anymore. I know I talked about those pants earlier, but this is a crop top? I don't know. I mean, you see like belly button ring and stuff with this stuff. But yeah, long sleeves, Lululemon. I don't even know where the size is, but it was $4.99. I just can't pass it up. Is there something wrong with me? I just can't pass it up for $4.99. This is a great find right here. Braves, Majestic, made in the USA for $5. None other than Chipper Jones. If you know the Atlanta Braves, you know Chipper Jones for $5. I didn't need to comp it out. I don't collect baseball jerseys. I collect champion jerseys that I thrift. I don't buy them, so I'll sell that. But if I find a champion jersey from the 90s when I grew up, I'm keeping that mug. Next item was that little black dress. If you didn't see my short, I found it at Goodwill. I don't know the name of this. All I did was look it up on my phone, and they're worth pretty good money. So made in Italy. You can pronounce it, whatever. But it's a cute little black dress, and it was $7.99, and I think it should do pretty well. So good for me. This is a Lululemon button-up shirt. Like, this is what I'm talking about that I'll start keeping too. I keep most of my Lululemon that's my size. But this has a little hit right here at the bottom. Again, sometimes you have to look all over for them. I can tell you this. I talk about this in my live. If you find a well-made shirt that feels like Lululemon, two things to look for right away. I already know. If it has a seam right down the middle of the back, a lot of times I know that's Lululemon. And then, I know it's weird, I just have thrifted a lot. If the buttons are thick, if they're thick buttons, I already know it's a Lululemon. So without even looking at that, I knew it was a Lululemon. $5 for that. If I keep it, or if I sell it, it would probably sell for around $22. Another baseball jersey, vintage, same era, Ken Griffey Jr. from the Marlins. Sorry, it's all over the place, but yeah. Ken Griffey Jr. from the Marlins, made in the USA. I don't know how much that will sell for, but again, for $5, I think it was $5, I'm not going to leave that behind. Peter Millar. Okay, I don't pick up a lot of button-up Peter Millar shirts, but when they're all over like the print like this and they're short sleeve, I do pick them up. Again, the short sleeves sell better for me. So this was $5. I'm guessing I'll sell that into or flip that into like 23, something like that. Mezzanine Maine. This is another Untuck It type of brand. So this brand used to be home run every time. Actually, home run's $100, so it was like a double. It was a $50 bill. Now it's like $25 when I resell this, but I still pick it up. Mezzanine Maine, very, very good quality. I know people that wear this shirt and they love those shirts. So Mezzanine Maine, I still pick that brand up. Again, that was a gingham check, which definitely helps out the value. This is a great shirt. Polo Ralph Lauren 3XB, 100% linen for $5. You already know that's a good one. That will sell for probably around $35. This is another really good Polo Ralph Lauren. You can see I love my Polo Ralph Lauren. Check out that all over skull and crossbones, black and white. That is sick. I wish that was my size, but it is an XLT, I believe. Yeah, it's an XLT. A lot of these are XLTs. Someone donated them all together. I was pretty stoked to find them all, especially for $5 a piece. There's another one, Performance. And then here's a red one. This is just a red polo shirt. These red and like 90 colors, like the red, the yellow, the green, those deep 90 colors in the stripe that are like blue and white, and the ones that are pink and white. They're not seersucker, they're striped. They tend to do well. They usually bring me about $22. Normally you wouldn't think that, but they do. Two American Giant items. This one is a women's pair of legging pants, crops. I don't know. They're flared at the bottom. I really don't know. They're size 12 and they're American Giant. American Giant is a good brand. There it is right there. Really good brand to be on the lookout for. I'll give you a better look with this one. This one's a men's shirt. It's white. Always white shirts are great. Just make sure you double check because you don't want the tum-tum mustard stain from the hot dog on them. But yeah, American Giant, there is your tag. This will probably sell for around $30. I don't know why they priced it up to $8. Maybe they knew what they were doing. Goodwill, You know this brand? Let me know if you know this brand because it seems like you do. But yeah, that's everything that I got last week. Hopefully there's some new brands to you here. I appreciate you popping by and I'll see you in the next one.